Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Whims legacy. Our nicheling tribe, who is held to the whims of their gods up in the pantheon above, aka the random generator, to determine what kind of genes they will have, how big the tribe will be, what islands they will go to, and so many other interesting traits that keep me constantly on my toes, like right now, and the fact that we have a little bit of a problem, just a little bit of a problem, guys. The fact that little Rose has actually inherited the role of being the main character for our tribe, which means that the niche gods have put all of their attention and focus on her and have decreed that she will have to live a very interesting life with only 3 nichelings in her tribe. That is going to kind of be a little bit of a doozy, keeping 3 nichelings around instead of having all of the tribes that we've been spoiled with having as many as 18 nichelings for multiple generations in a row now. Oh, that's going to be so hard. I got a little bit too comfortable. Oh my gosh, Taduku, you actually have like a little gill hand, or excuse me, like a little webbed hand. And we're never going to see that because I got a little too comfortable just having fun, frolicking, going with the whims of love. And now I'm turning around and I'm realizing a couple key things here, guys. One, we're about to leave the island. Since last generation, the lovely Cory did manage to swim the entire length of the island, and she didn't find that much food and bounty in the sea. So we have learned that we will now turn away from the seas and focus more on springs and lagoons, which seem to be teeming with much more life than the open ocean currently does. And we also wanted to return to the trees of life and really focus and honor the trees of life and being able to eat from them. And just as we made that decision and we were getting ready to move to the next island, we rolled a 3 on the tribe size for Rose's generation. And so for all of Rose's generation, we can only have 3 nichelings. And then I realized, guys, well, that's well and dandy, but where's my boys? I do not have any healthy males we can really take with us. We have got Dukunu over here, who is actually pretty awesome with super high fertility, but he is Rose's direct brother. Like, they are completely genetically related, so I don't think it would be a good idea to take him. I'm thinking 2 females, 1 male, but if I'm not going to be able to take Dukunu, what about Von Roduk? But he actually is really old. Do I really want to do that? So do I, but then I have no other males. I have no other males unless this Barina is volunteering to come with us to the next island. I am out of boys. No more boys to take with us. Unless you come over here and count Kelp. But I would have to wait for Kelp to hop his way all the way over to where we are. He can only move 2 swim moves at a time, and he can only move across land 1 at a time. So I don't think Kelp is going to be coming with us, and Kuduk, unfortunately, is sickly. So we can't really bring him with us either. I don't think that's a good idea. So I'm kind of left with a little bit of a pickle. Our rules say that I cannot use any of our nichelings who we are not bringing with us to collect resources. I can move them, and normally we would banish them from our tribe, but in this case, I think that we're actually going to go ahead and just kind of like spread them out a little bit or move them out of the way. For instance, we are probably not taking Ana here because she has unfortunately taken a little bit of damage from being sickly, and she also is very closely related to Rose, and I want to take 3 genetically diverse nichelings. So I think we won't banish the nichelings. We'll just have them go to the next island now. But which ones to take? Which ones to take and what to do? Oh, I think I definitely need to take a male, but I really wanted to diversify my genetics. So I was thinking that we would definitely take Rose, since she is our main character, so we need to stay with her as long as she doesn't die. That would actually be ironic. And that is a possibility, my friends. If we ever feel like maybe we want to try to re-roll on the tribe size, we could always take the risk of allowing our main character to die off early. If we really think that the tribe is going to completely die if we don't have a larger tribe, we could always have that risk of going ahead and having her eat a bunch of toxic berries. In her case, she'd be fine because she happens to have, you know, the toxic fangs. But if we, you know, push come to shove, needed to make room in the tribe by having hopefully a higher role, we could always try to off the main character. But I like Rose, and she is from a great lineage, and I want to see her prosper. So we're definitely taking her if the Barina doesn't eat her first. I was going to bring Kore, even though Kore is kind of old. But now she is engaged in battle, giving Rose the opportunity to run across the sands and escape. And so I do want to take Cracker Jaw because we are trying to focus more on the tree of life, kind of swimming in a different direction with the Whims, as we are apt to do as the different nicheling gods and my own Whims take over. So I was thinking maybe Kore's younger sister, Rara, and I think we might bring her. She actually has semi-decent movement. She's got some good diversified genetics. And speaking of diversified genetics, I was thinking Mira. Mira has pretty good genetics, and I was thinking about Anala. I wanted to bring Anala with us, but the fact of the matter is Anala does not have very high fertility. And she's also kind of getting a little older. So I'm thinking I want to bring Mira, I want to bring Rara, and I want to bring Rose. The only tricky part is that would be no males, and I don't think that's the best idea. So, okay, if I had to leave one, I would probably leave maybe Mira, but I feel like she's from, I don't know. Okay, who has higher fertility? They have even fertility. Mira is younger, so there is that. Rara can dig up roots, but Mira has higher attack. So, okay, I would probably bring Mira Von Roduk, even though I'm kind of nervous about that, and he's an older boy with not so great fertility. Would I really bring Dukunu? Oh my gosh. See, we're in quite the pickle here. All right, so I can only move the two, and I can only move the 3 nichelings I'm convinced we're going to take. So am I going to pick between the 2 girls here, or am I just going to try to take the girls, maybe get them pregnant before we leave? But then okay, you know what? I don't think that's worth the risk, because then what if they have girls? This 50-50 shot, they could have girls. So you know what? Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring Mira, and I'm going to bring Von Roduk. I really wanted to bring Rara, but I have to make these kinds of decisions, don't I? So, all right, we are going to move Anna out of the way. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to have Mira come on and step on in. I'm going to, oh, can she dig something up there? Nope. I'm going to go ahead and have Von Roduk. He can gather up a little bit of food because we have a minute. I can even move Mira over here and have her go ahead and breed. Thankfully, she is now pregnant. She needs to have some new traits in her mutation menu that is required whenever we breed our nichelings in the Whims tribe. I'm sorry, Nala. I really wanted her in our life, but I guess she and Kelp can live happily ever after with their daughter, Sienna. And Sienna would have been really cool to bring, but she is not very diversified in what she can do. And she has also got really, kind of lower fertility. So better to try to take the females with high fertility. All right, and Mira, if I was going to give you a trait, I would actually want to give you ram horns to increase your strength a little bit, my dear. Oh, and I can't peek at your genes. This is a blind genes challenge. I cannot do that. But yeah, we haven't had the ability to get ram horns in for a while now. So let's go ahead. We're going to put ram horns in, and then the nicheling gods decree that Mira gets to have 1, 2, 2, 2. Really? Hang on, let me double check the counting. Yeah, toxic body. Oh, cool. We might get some really fun colors from her. Okay. And I cannot actually move the rest of these nichelings because we're now considering them completely inactive. Well, I guess I can go ahead and try to banish a few. That's a legal move, to use some of them to banish some of the others, because they're all supposed to be in different tribes now. So let's go ahead and have this little guy. He is out of here. We'll go ahead. Sienna cannot be banished. I don't really want her to die either. That would be kind of sad. So I won't banish Anna and Miana, but the sooner we release these nichelings, the less food reserves they're actually going to take up. All right. And I can't release the rest right now. So let's hope that Rose will live long enough just to get onto this tile, and then we can leave. So let's see what happens. Oh, I am so sorry, Corey. You're doing a great job. I am so proud of you. Corey is sacrificing herself so that we can have the chance to leave this island. The sooner we leave, the more food we're able to bring with us. Little Rira is going to stay here on the bones of her mother. Okay, and we're just gonna do it. We're out of here. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. This has been an amazing island. Goodbye, Mila's. Oh, goodbye, Mila's spring. I'm going to miss it. Oh, was it Mira? Goodbye, the spring of our wonderful blind nicheling. Goodbye, the cliff sides that we clung to survival with our colored nichelings in, and all of the beautiful lagoons we swam through. Goodbye, the generations upon generations we have spent not even really properly wandering this island. Who are you? I forgot about Craig. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much, and we will see you with the Nicheling Pantheon in the future. Let's do this. Do I have everybody? 1, 2, 3. Yep. Oh, please tell me that's okay. I'm pretty sure that's a port. If we end up leaving without Rose, I'm gonna be a little cranky, but I'm pretty sure that's Rose. Oh my gosh, I clicked it. Ah! It's always so hard to leave the islands and all of our nichelings behind, but the next generation has come and time has passed, and this is the reality of our brand new world. Here we are, my friends, a brand new island, and it too has 1, 2, 3 ports, and you can actually see why I wanted water nichelings, because I want to go to new types of islands with our Whims, but we have to now roll the generator to see which one of the ports would we leave through next, and guess what? It's this one. This one looks boring. We're just going to end up on an island just like this. So the goal of having water body nichelings for me was that we would be able to, you know, swim from island to island really fast if we got stuck in the same kind of island loop. So hopefully we can just have everybody just make a run for it, except they're wandering. I think they're just searching out new lands. They're searching out what does life out here mean. And I think Von Roduk is just sticking around for quite a while, but we can only have 3 nichelings. So it's not like we can do much. We just have our 3 little wanderers now. Thankfully they should have some, well, I was hoping they would have more genetic diversity, but we're doing our best. Poor I feel so bad for Mira. She's going to be pregnant forever. But see, Rose has really good... Whoops, sorry, we shouldn't have done that. Don't pause. Don't go back and look at those genetics. I am not going to. But Rose has 4 swimming. So thankfully, we can go ahead and have her swim along the edges to move pretty quickly. And we don't really need to collect any food. So this still could work out okay. Oh, look at that. And he can at least get some noodle worms, which is always a nice thing. Oh, look, Mira can go ahead and crack open these clamshells. Okay, maybe this won't be so bad. Let's go ahead and see if we can get to another island. Because the Great Migration has begun, my friends. This is actually what we wanted all along. Was the ability to just migrate. This is why I was so obsessive about, and I know a lot of you guys were probably like, Seri, what on earth are you going on and on and on about, when I was trying to focus so hard on water body. But this is kind of it, because when you swim through the water, you can really move very quickly. Hopefully Von Roduk is not going to die before Rose ages up. I think he is! Oh dear, that's gonna be bad. Oh, and I guess Rose can just like go ahead and gather up some fish just right there, which is kind of nice. And can Mira get into this spot of water? She sure enough can. Thank goodness. I was worried she was going to drown. Oh, look at this land of plenty. Jeez. Suddenly there's just like fish for days. We're chasing them into little lagoons. This isn't so bad. Famous last words. Oh, thank goodness, Rose. I was so worried you were not going to get old enough. All right, and oh, Van Roduk, oh, he's going to pass away like today. He can go ahead and collect up some fish. He's a nice old man. He has spent his lifetime doing the best to help his tribe, and he agreed to come with young Rose on her great migration that she wanted to have, going out into the wilderness and searching out what is out there. And so he's here with her. So let's go ahead and we're going to have them breed so that we've got oh, thank goodness. So that we have got some bebés on the way. And Van Roduk, I think he's like, this is a good spot for me. Look, there's a whole, it's really cute. It looks like this rock has slid down this stream and has just been lodged at the mouth of this river. So I think Van Roduk is quite content. He is ready to allow life to pass him on. And then Rose, she is now pregnant. So let's go ahead and we are going to let her have her baby. What would I want her to pass on? What does Van Roduk have? Let's see. Maybe higher fertility would be nice. Also, perhaps, let's see, what is he passing on? Nimble fingers and black patterning. So yeah, maybe higher fertility, because if we have a really low number of nichelings, having higher fertility might be a pretty safe bet. All right, and then what do the nicheling gods decree? Hang on. Let's see. Oh, sorry. I have to do a spot of math now and then, my friends. I'm not the quickest when it comes to the maths, but the nicheling gods say that she is actually going to have medium pattern as her other choice. So I guess they want to see some adorable rose speckled babies. All right, meanwhile, Mira will go ahead and pop over here to nibble some of the clams. And she's just hungry and kind of looking for a snack. And I don't think either of the young ladies, kind of chatting to each other as they crack open clams and dig up worms and pat their pregnant bellies, realize that their escort here, Van Roduk, has met the end of his life, a good, wonderful, long life, lived with no regrets. Then he's quite content to allow things to kind of wind down at this point. So we'll go ahead and say goodnight to him. Oh, and the rain comes too. Oh, it's so sad. Goodbye, Van Roduk. Thank you for leaving behind your legacy and also hopefully 2 children who are unfortunately going to be somewhat related. Oh dear. All right, well, let's continue having the ladies move on. I think having lost Van Roduk would have been a little bit of a shock for both of them. And they would kind of want to continue carrying on and maybe go to a new island. This is quite a lovely place, but perhaps not the place that they want to spend forever at, because they're young, they have just begun their great migratory journey, and they have just lost Van Roduk, and that does kind of put a damper on things. There's so many fish. Can I do fishing with her? Only a little bit of fishing, but hey, a little bit of fishing is better than nothing. So they'll kind of stop together as sisters and see, look at this lagoon. This is just amazing because it's always full of fish. We didn't have this many fish when I was trying to fish. So they're stopping and kind of exchanging fish with one another, and we'll let them, why not? I feel like they would enjoy having a moment to kind of bond while heavily pregnant. And then Rose will be like, oh, I found these lovely flowers. Oh, look, and you can see her reflection in the water, just like her Dolly roots, harkening back to like over a year and maybe 400 episodes of Niche ago. Oh my gosh. I have my little statue of Dolly that my friend Callium sent from the UK. I'm going to rub her little head right now for good luck. All right, so hopefully the ladies will have good luck on this next island. So let's go ahead and get them there so they can have some babies. It is time to have those babies. Let's pop on up just like that. Voila! All right, and we're gonna head out. We're gonna go ahead and travel to the next island just like that. Whew, all right. So where are we now? Oh my gosh, it's so tiny and cute. Oh my goodness. It's the perfect place for an itty-bitty family like this to raise some of their children together. Not so sure if it's the perfect place to actually find, you know, other nichelings, but we'll have to see what happens. And I have rolled the random generator, and the nicheling gods have finally chosen a new direction for all of the generations in the future of the Whims to go, and that's finally north, across that great land, where somewhere past all of that is probably more challenges than the Whims have ever had to face before. at least ever since we ran desperately away from the jungle all that time ago. So, all right, we're going to go up to this port when it's time to move on. It's kind of hard to see. 1, 2, I think there's enough spaces to take more than the number of whims that we can have at the moment. So let's have the ladies go ahead and come over to this tree, and we'll settle under the tree and start making ourselves comfortable so that these 2 pregnant nichelings can hopefully have a nice comfy home. Mira is getting a little bit older, so I will let her have her child first. It is amazing how quickly they age when you have them. Well, there's a nice little berry bush right over here, but actually, you know, there's a big old beautiful tree right over here. It's amazing how quickly they age on you when you actually have them only have like a small tribe size. All right, so Mira is getting quite old, actually, to be completely honest. So I'm gonna go ahead. She's gonna have a nest right here on the bunnel spot, and she's going to have the 3rd nicheling that we can have in our tribe. So let's clear away some of the grass, and they are going to add to the tribe their 3rd baby. And then it's going to be kind of awkward because I have to wait till the baby's a juvenile and release them before Rose can have her child. Please be a boy. Yes, it's a boy! Oh, huzzah! Oh, thank goodness. Tataro. Oh dear, his name is partially Tata. We'll have to pay attention to that. Tata is our nicheling god of tricks after all. But alright, so we have had a little baby boy. Thank goodness. I'm pretty excited to see that he has been added into the family. Now poor Rose has to remain pregnant until he's old enough to actually go and wander on his own. He is a male. He is... I guess he's not related to Rose, so that would work out okay. But he's going to be related to Rose's child, so that would be kind of interesting. All right, we'll go ahead and have Rose pluck a few more of the berries. They're just having a good time. Berries and grasses, 2 nest sisters growing up together. All right, and little Tataro is a young juvenile, so I think that he... Oh, Mira, no, you're so old already. He can go ahead and start wandering around and just kind of playing and having fun picking berries, while the ladies go ahead and kind of talk and joke with one another while they eat all of the nuts. But we're keeping an eye on Tataro. He hasn't gone that far. Also, I didn't really look at his stats, but he looks pretty good across the board. We had to release him because we can only have 3 nichelings at a time right now, and Rose needs to give birth. Mira, how dare you be so old? I'm glad I didn't bring an older nicheling, now that I think about it. Oh no! And Nuku! No, why do you have to be a sickly nicheling? You are a water-bodied nicheling at least, so there is that. Oh dear. All right, well that's gonna make life a little bit interesting. We're gonna go. Oh, Mira, why only 1 day left, Mira? Well, okay. So poor Mira is going to already have to say goodbye, and Rose is gonna go ahead and come over here. And we're gonna be ready. We are gonna go ahead and just invite Tataro back into the family. This is gonna be a very interesting shift in time and place. We have sickly little baby. Back into the family comes Tataro. Over here is Nuku. And I mean, I guess my goal is to kind of wander back and forth and try to find an unrelated female for possibly Tataro to end up with, or maybe Tataro and Rose's children. I guess this whole island is just going to become kind of like Tataro and Rose's children now, and they may all be sickly if we're not careful. So, this is gonna be a little bit of a challenge, as it always is when we play with just 3 nichelings. But I think it's also going to be very interesting because every time we do events like this, it also means that we have a much faster pace to the story, and that we have a much more personalized, individual feeling with the stories too, because now we can really focus on Rose and Tataro. And I will leave his name as Tataro because it has the phrase Tata in it, which in this case is going to be a reference to our nicheling trickster god, who I also have a beautiful movable plushie from Callium sitting up on my desk right now from. That's actually kind of amazing. All right, but okay, we're gonna leave it here because when we come back, we are going to be just focusing entirely on Rose and Tataro's children. And we're going to see what fate has in store for us. And then as soon as we can, we are also going to be moving on finally to the more northerly islands. And once that starts, we may actually be trapped in a loop of more difficult islands with the Whims from now on. So I'm really excited to see where that is going to go to, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.